Welcome, everybody out there in the internet, to episode 83 of not Sips, Sis and Big Pops Culture. Hello, everyone. As always, I am Big Pops Todd Turner, and with me, the one, the only.
Hi, sweet friends. My name is Hannah Jo, aka Sis, and together we are an adult daughter and father duo. We dive into all things geek, nerd, and fandom. Every episode is family friendly.
That's right. We are friendly and we're family. And I forgot to tell you, I'm also known as Mosaic Fan Art.
Yeah, Dad.
I have other monikers too, but
yeah,
I don't know. They don't matter. Hannah, tell everybody what we do here.
Friends, welcome. We are going to chat about our favorite things, nerd stuff today. As always, we're going to discuss nerd news to us, stuff that we think is interesting or that the other person would enjoy. We're going to share what we've been binging, whether that's media, any type of media, as well as Pops' pull list. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. He shall share, or I, what that is. And then we're reviewing two things today. We're reviewing the comic book Eve, which is a Boom Studios comic.
Mm-hmm.
And we are reviewing the new Charlie Brown on Apple TV, Apple Plus, whatever the hecky it's called Welcome Home, Franklin, the little short film that they had there.
I think now they just call them Peanuts.
Peanuts? Okay, sick. Love.
I don't know, because Charlie Brown's not the main character.
Charlie Brown is the main character.
He's a main part of it. So anyway, we're going to hop right into it with our nerd news to us. Go ahead, do the typewriter. People don't even have typewriters anymore. Can you set your computer to where, like, as you type, it makes typewriter noises? Because you can your phone.
They have fancy computers that fancy clickety-clack keyboards that make sounds that are upwards of hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
Well, our friend Sheila collects typewriters, so I bet you she could do that.
That's cool.
Yeah, so a big nerd news announcement right off the bat is that next week, starting on Thursday, our friend Dave in the chat just mentioned it. It is the Lexington Comic and Toy Convention, and Mosaic Fan Art will have a booth there.
Woo!
And Hannah Jo will be there as well, and we'll be putting up some stuff and seeing all good peeps.
It's going to be a blast. We're going to pass out stuff. If you come by
and you don't have a Sis and Big Pops Culture pin, just ask for one and say, hey, I heard it on your podcast that if I asked, I'd give you a pin, and we will, as long as I don't forget to bring them. I'm really bad about that.
We'll remember to bring them. I'm gonna bring both of my t-shirts. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a Mabel cosplay or not.
Oh, okay. We'll see. You did before.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm going to walk around with a teapot on my head upside down. So
perfect.
We'll see how that goes.
That is the plan for this next year, is to do an Over the Garden Wall themed ensemble.
Well, listen, I got us invited to Luke and Asia's Over the Garden Wall watch party. So
yes.
And I should have new stickers we could take and give away at the watch party. So, anyway, that's the main nerd news. Let's hop in and say what else you got. Hannah, do you want to go, or do you want me to go?
Yes, I do.
Go.
Have you watched the Borderlands trailer?
Okay, I did. What is Borderlands,
Hannah? I have no idea.
I think it's a video game.
I literally just wrote Guardians of the Galaxy 3 meets the Suicide Squad.
I know absolutely nothing about it, and I know that I'm going to catch such heat for having no clue what it is. It's Jamie Lee Curtis is in it,
and Kate Blanchett, and Kevin Hart, and Jack Black is the little robot guy.
Okay, so it is a star-studded
cast.
Yeah, it is an action role-playing first-person looter shooter video game franchise set in a space western science fantasy setting. How many space western
fantasy?
That's hilarious.
That's so funny.
It does look fun. What did you think?
I'm gonna watch it.
It's bonkers though. I don't know how.
That's what I'm saying. It's Guardians meets the Suicide Squad meets Deadpool.
I see. I'm not invested in any of the characters, so I don't
Who cares?
know.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people. I think that you had to go into the D&D movie that way too, but I didn't like the D&D movie.
I really liked the D&D movie
I
and thought
know.
it was very fun.
I didn't like what's his face's character.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to.
Well, they succeeded.
You were
But
supposed to
you're not
strongly
supposed
dislike him. You didn't like it because he messed up the daddy-daughter
family.
thing.
Don't like that
And
at all.
it made you angry.
I
It's not that you
automatically
disliked the movie. It's
click.
that plot line made you angry.
Yep. And you want to make it to where I don't like him, but you don't want to make it to where I turn it off.
You didn't watch it?
No, I wouldn't finish it.
Oh, it was so good. There are parts of it that was just very, very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like the NPC.
Okay, I got you.
Like
yeah.
it was like it was
explain to
a playable
everybody what that
NPC.
stands for.
It was
What's
a
an
non-player
NPC?
character.
Okay, gotcha.
But it was like when like the dungeon master knows that your group is going to need a friend.
Oh yeah, and then they throw
that
something
like
in.
helps you, and so they throw someone in there that's like better than you at like everything, but you get them for like a second, and then they disappear forever.
All right,
Never to be seen again. And so there were a lot of like funny things like that, like attuning yourself to like sometimes if you in Dungeons and Dragons, if you want to like wear a helmet or something like that, you have to attune to an item. Hi, Mom. You have to attune to an item, and it like takes time. And so this guy was taking like ages to attune to it. It's very good. Some of the spell casting was hysterical.
All right. So you got, okay. And Dave in the chat had said it as well. So I'm going to have to, I guess,
You're going to
break
have
down
to,
and finish it. Just
it has a good ending.
push through it.
Pinky Promise.
I know it has a good ending.
The whole ending is family.
I know.
It's all about family in the end, Dad.
Well, speaking of family.
Yes.
Comics First Family.
I have news about this too. You go first.
So Eben Moss Bacharach was on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Who is the director?
No, he is playing Ben Grimm.
Oh, fun.
The Thing, which is also cool because he is Jewish and Ben Grimm is Jewish. So he's the really first time that the character will be played by a Jewish character. However,
that's awesome.
So he won a Emmy.
Okay.
No, wait. That's not the one for singing, is it?
Tony? Grammy?
No, Emmy. Yeah, an Emmy for The Bear, the TV show The Bear, which I've not watched, but Nathan likes it. He said I probably wouldn't like it, but it's...
Emmy is not for singing. Emmy is for TV shows.
I know. I couldn't remember. Thank you for... And that's why we're in this, to learn. We're here to educate each other. So he was on Jimmy Kimmel because of that, and then Jimmy Kimmel, of course, asked him about the Fantastic Four. And he asked him, he said, Jimmy Kimmel's like, so do you know what the movie's going to be about? He goes, I know these are Marvel movies and you can't really say anything. And he goes, I've read the script. And Jimmy Kimmel's like, oh no, man, that's so awesome. He wouldn't hint on it, but he showed the picture because at Valentine's Day, they posted put out and I sent
you a picture of it on Instagram.
You and about 8 other people.
Well, this is because we all love you and know you.
I know you were the first. So he said, this surely looks like it's set in the 60s. And he goes, it sure does look that way, doesn't it? But
that's what I had down, that people think it will be set in the 60s.
Did I not say that?
You did.
Ages ago, I said that.
Here's what I hope. I hope it has nothing to do with the MCU.
It won't.
I hope
this is going to happen.
Do a thing that happened in the 60s and they don't try to bring them back. And if they do
they'll come back.
Set in the 60s,
they'll come back. They'll come back. Because I've got fan theories right now, and then I will share.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but this is my fan theories. But so anyway, he said, so have you met everyone? He goes, no, I haven't met Vanessa Kirby. He said he hadn't met her. He said, but Pedro's yesterday or day before yesterday, started a group text. So they have a group text.
That's the cutest.
And he said, and everyone's chimed in. They've put gifts and stickers and stuff like that. And I said, so I think it's serious. He said, so yeah. And it's all going to be motion capture, pretty much like pretty much like how they did the Hulk and everything like that. So you ready for my fan theory?
Go.
Okay, so Marvel is done with Jonathan Majors,
Yes.
who is Kang,
Yes.
who's supposed to be the
big bad of whatever this next thing is.
Correct, Kang Dynasty. Well, they are minimizing his role in this now.
Yes.
And rumor is that they're going to change the name. It's not even going to be called Avengers Kang Dynasty anymore.
Okay.
So I believe they're going to bring in Doom.
Oh, really?
So here's my belief. We'll see if I'm right. Just mark it down.
Okay.
I believe that Doom will get a cameo in the teaser at the end of the movie in the credits.
Okay.
And then I believe Doom will be integral, if not the main behind the scene antagonist in Black Panther 3.
Okay.
And then set him up as the big bad for everything else.
Are they going to bring back Vision and Wanda?
Okay, so they are going ahead with a Wanda movie. So I don't know what happened. Vision's not gone, right? Wanda's supposedly dead.
She's not dead.
That was terrible.
LOL. That was awful. That was.
I know.
They didn't.
They nerfed. They killed.
They didn't have any knowledge of the plot of WandaVision when they were doing that film.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They had no knowledge of the plot of WandaVision.
Oh, wow. Well, I thought they integrated it fairly well. They integrated it well. It was all about losing her children. I have to imagine that her children will be real at one point because they're integral in the Young Avengers.
Yep.
And that they're going ahead with that too. So who knows? I don't know. Anyway, what else you got?
I know. Can I just say that I know that Doom is connected to Wanda and Vision because of a comic book that we read when we were still recording this upstairs in the attic when I lived with you and
Doom.
Mom.
That was Magneto.
Aww. I felt really good about that choice. It wasn't.
No.
Aww.
Yeah, close. It was Magneto.
I'm embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed.
Okay.
They're both probably the two best villains in Marvel comics. Well, in the Green Goblin.
Well,
I don't know. That would be a good one.
They can't do Magneto after Patrick Stewart and Sir Ian McKellen. Like, what are they going to...
Well, they've already had somebody else play Magneto.
And because he was young, Ian McKellen.
He was young, Ian McKellen. That's funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, what else you got?
Ryan Gosling is set to perform I'm Just Ken at the Oscars.
Really? So I never saw Barbie.
It was fine. It wasn't great.
Nathan said, our son Nathan, your brother, thought that Ryan Gosling was the best part of that movie.
He was the best part of that movie. 100%. He was the funniest. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be great.
And he can sing too. We all know that from La La Land. So
we know that he can sing.
Which I really like. I like that movie. I wish it had a different ending. I wish they ended up together.
I think you're supposed to want that.
I know. I agree. Because it wasn't terrible. They both still were.
They were both
had good lives.
They both got their dreams.
Yes.
But their dream ended up not being with the same person. It was we let down each other is what that movie was about.
Well, I don't like that.
Well, they did. They let each other down.
Okay.
Happens.
It does happen.
I've
got two more pieces.
I got two more pieces. You go first.
So, do you eat at McDonald's ever?
No.
Me neither. I never eat at McDonald's, but my girls that I work with, that sounds pretty sexist.
That doesn't sound sexist at all. You work with lovely women that you care for.
I don't know if they're lovely. I don't really care about them either. That's kidding. I'm just kidding.
Full of nonsense on both of those accounts.
I know. They're great people. I love them all. You're right.
Wonderful human beings.
So they go to McDonald's.
Okay,
right?
love.
Yeah. So their cups today, the M was upside down. And we were trying to figure out what the heck this was all about. WcDonald's. And we thought, well, maybe it had to do with, March being like a women's month, because usually, and I was totally cool with that. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
And then I went and looked it up. Has nothing to do with women.
What does it have to do with? So,
I'm not a big anime guy.
No.
But I appreciate it, and there are a lot of people who do. So apparently, there are a bunch of animes that, in order to not get sued by McDonald's, when they put them in their anime,
They do a
call it
W.
WcDonald's. So yes, so
Yes.
McDonald's has completely embraced this
As they should.
and are now putting out, starting yesterday, weekly anime shorts about getting to McDonald's, going to WcDonald's. So every week there's a new short coming out. They're like only like 30, 40 seconds. And it's like, what if Dragon Ball Z and One Piece had to fight to get to McDonald's to get a chicken nugget? I mean, that's pretty much, it's like and explosions.
That's
and they
iconic,
run.
actually.
Okay, and they've taken it so far that they are opening a WcDonald's in LA for a limited time, which is a fully immersive anime experience.
Yes.
And like, you're going to have to make reservations to go there. And I believe that reservations open on Open Table in like a week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And
that's so cool.
I know. I thought it was fun. So I looked it up on YouTube and I watched the first little short.
Was it good?
It was, I mean, it's anime. I mean, it's like
so
people yelling
McDonald's.
And big explosions. Yeah. I thought it was a great idea.
Naruto run.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny because they do. Because I read webtoons. There's a webtoons that I used to read called Just Play or like Let's Play or something. And it was about a video game designer. And they had
the fake McDonald's or a fake
McDonald's
thing.
And like
I wonder
all
if it was
sorts of stuff
WcDonald's.
like that and stuff. Yeah, probably. It was hysterical.
Isn't that hilarious?
That's
yeah.
so funny. So clever.
What else you got?
Did you see the Roadhouse trailer with Jake Gyllenhaal?
I did.
Doesn't that look gnarly?
So did you know this is a remake, right?
I didn't. And then I talked to Trevin about it and
Patrick
he's like,
Swayze.
Roadhouse? And I was like, oh, and then I felt silly again.
No,
but
don't feel silly. It looks great.
It looks so fun.
I know. I'm like, I would go see this.
I want to go see it. It looks brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal. And the fight, like there was an interview that I read about.
Okay, that guy, that's a real MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Is it Conor McGregor?
I don't know the answer to that one, Dad.
I don't know it either. I'll look it up while you talk about it.
But I was listening. I didn't listen. I read an interview with Jake Gyllenhaal talking about the like fights that he had to learn and that they were like the most difficult, most brutal fights that will ever be in a film.
Conor McGregor, I was right.
Cool.
Real McCoy right there.
He's hardcore.
Yeah.
And I think one of the bad guys was the Green Power Ranger in the Power Rangers movie.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't watch any of that.
Did you not watch it?
Nope.
I thought we could. I can make your hands clap.
I've never watched a Power Ranger anything.
That song was in the Who did I watch Power Rangers with?
I don't know. It wasn't me. I've never watched them.
It was the new movie.
Well, that's fine. That's cool. But I've never seen it.
Billy McGusson.
Is that?
I'm trying to see.
That guy looks familiar, but I don't know who he is. Yeah.
I'm trying to see what he was in because I thought that he was in. No, it looks like that's what it was. He was the bad guy in Spy Kids Armageddon. That's why. The bad guy in Roadhouse was the bad guy in the Spy Kids 4
The terrible movie that we just watched? Oh my gosh, he is. I had to look. Everybody, I just turned around and looked. And my gosh, he is. Oh gosh. Hope he acts better in this. Yeah. So
I'm not well.
That's hilarious.
Ooh.
Here's my last bit of news.
Okay.
So Todd McFarlane. Do you know who Todd McFarlane is?
No.
Oh, you'll know who he is.
Okay.
He's the creator of Spawn.
Oh, Trevin.
He's the artist, creator of Spawn. He pretty much created Venom. He drew Spider-Man. He did a huge run on Spider-Man. He did, yeah. So, and he left to create Image Comics. He left Marvel. Okay. So there was an interview with him recently, and it talked about some of the main reasons he left Marvel. And one of them was he was drawing an issue of X-Force, which was the Rob Liefeld book. He and Rob Liefeld, they had similar styles back then. And they showed the panels of what got him in trouble. It was Shatterstar, who is Rusty. Remember on Deadpool 2? I'm Rusty. What's your
Yes.
superhero? I'm an alien. I'm pretty much better than everything you are. You know what I mean? Talk about.
Yeah.
So the Shatterstar character takes a sword and stabs Juggernaut in the eye.
Okay.
So he gets like 5 editors call him immediately, and they're like, "You can't do this." And he goes, "What do you mean you can't do this? You cannot stab a person because of the comics code." And he's like, "I'm looking at a copy of Frank Miller's Elektra, and Bullseye stabs her right in the chest." And he goes, "Yes, but you can't stab anybody in the eye. Because of the old comics code, you couldn't stab people in the eye because that was something that a torture device that was made illegal by Frederick Wortham in the book Seduction of the Innocent, which I have if anybody would like to read it."
Interesting.
So, yeah, and that was part of the reason why he left. He was like, "I don't even know what the code is. Nobody's giving me a copy of the code." The comics code now is useless, but that was created back when everybody thought comic books were leading to juvenile delinquency.
Yeah, that movie about the biopic about the guy that created Wonder Woman. Like Walden. He was wilding in the streets.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen that, but I know about it.
He's wilding in the streets.
Yeah, he's a little bit very open-minded.
Was having a good time.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe if they'd have let him stab Juggernaut in the eyeball, we wouldn't have never gotten Spawn. Who knows?
Hey, Image Comics rocks. They have some of my favorite comics.
I don't think I have an Image one today, though. I do. I do have an Image on my
I bet it's either your Book of the Week, your new #1, or your independent.
I have an Image and a Dark Horse.
And Moana 2. I'm just excited about that. I just needed
Moana 2?
That Moana 2 is coming out in November.
Oh, I didn't even know anything about a Moana 2.
Did you not? Moana 2 in November.
What's she doing now?
At a different island, I guess, and saving the world again.
Okay, is The Rock going to be in it again?
I don't know, and I don't think Lin-Manuel Miranda is doing the music for it. So who knows if it's going to be good?
Who knows?
I hope it is, because
The Rock is back into wrestling.
Good for him.
He's a heel. He's a bad guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Rock.
All right.
Okay, interesting.
So that's it for news to us. There's plenty of more news out there, but that's all I wanted to talk about.
This is what we care about.
That's what we care about.
And it's our podcast, so we get to choose.
It's the only reason we do it, just so we could talk about nerd stuff. So Hannah.
Yes.
What are you binging? And I know I'm going to forget some stuff and have to come back later.
Same.
So just let me go. Just go.
Big same. Okay, so we finished Reacher, and I was right on all of the things that I told you I thought was going to happen.
I know. If you guys want to watch Reacher, is on Amazon. It is M for mature.
Yes.
For a reason.
And we went back and rewatched season 1.
Okay.
And season 1 was good too.
Yeah. But before you go any further.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk more about Reacher?
No.
Okay. So I saw Ordinary Angels.
Okay.
Which he stars in. Alan Richardson stars in. Did not know that this took place because it's based on a true story about a little girl who needs a liver transplant.
Aww.
And I did not know it took place in Kentucky. It takes place in Louisville. And it was really good. It is not going to win awards for the acting.
Fair.
But the story was great, and it's a true story about a little girl and whose mom passes, and then she needs a liver transplant, and they are so far in debt because of hospital bills. And what happens is a hairdresser just off the street goes to the mom's funeral and decides, I'm going to help this family out in the only way I know how.
That's so cool.
She works at helping raise money and getting airplanes, helicopters, the whole works. And it's really, it was a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. So if you want a feel good movie, go see it. It's PG, I think, maybe PG-13.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
Did you see what Dave said?
Yeah, that happened at his church. So he must go to Southeast Christian because at one part, and this is a true story, this is during the mid-90s, there was a huge snowstorm here that shut down all the highways, and a helicopter could not land because they didn't have a place to land to pick up this little girl. So Southeast Christian said, you can come use our parking lot, but we need people to shovel it. And
then everyone showed up and shoveled.
The pastor said there was nobody there, and then he looked out, and then there was 100 people there with shovels.
I would just be crying.
I know. So it was really
I would just
sweet.
be crying.
Mm-hmm. So,
Ugh,
yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's a
So what
really
else you
sweet
got?
thing. Parks and Recreation. We've been watching that still.
Did you see the commercial with Aubrey Plaza and what's his face?
Chris
The grumpy
Pratt?
guy. The grumpy guy.
Ron.
Yeah.
Ron Swanson. That's not his name.
No.
But it is.
I'll remember in a second. Or somebody will chime in on the chat. But yeah, so did you see the Super Bowl
No.
commercial where they were riding dragons like in
That's hysterical.
anyway, go ahead. Parks and Rec.
That's been our just like go-to throw on the TV show here recently. Very fun. I'm enjoying it. We watched the Lego movie.
The first one. So good.
The first one, iconic. Trevin didn't know that there was a Lego movie 2. He didn't know about the Lego movie 2.
I liked it as well.
He's never seen Lego Batman, which is also iconic. Lego Batman is so good.
Darkness.
It is dark.
No parents.
The opposite of light. It's very good. I also am almost done with The Foundation. I'm on the last episode.
Of which series? The last season?
Yeah, season 2.
I haven't finished it.
I like it.
So I should go back and watch it, and then we can talk about it.
I don't have any nostalgia for it.
I'll finish it, and then we can talk about it.
Okay. I'm really enjoying it. Okay, the thing that
So Foundation for everybody, that is on Apple Plus TV,
Apple
whatever the heck
TV,
it is.
whatever the hecky that is. 100%.
What are you on Park and Recs? You own Park and Recs.
I own Park and Rec. It's probably on, I don't know when it's on. But
who knows?
Trevin got the DVDs for Christmas from you all for a present. Okay.
Right.
The thing that I'm loving right now is, so it's from a company called Graphic Audio, and it's a bad name. What it is it's dramatized audio of a book. And so what they do is they get a whole cast and they have people act out the lines of the book where there's like sound effects based on what's happening and there's music that's happening behind it. And it's wonderful. And I'm obsessed with it.
But you can't say it because the name's a bad name.
Cool. No, it's called Graphic Audio, which I think is kind of icky. I think they should
I
have
thought
called
you
it
said that
something
the
else.
name of it was a bad name.
No, it's called Graphic Audio, and that's like, that's the people that are in charge of it. It's called Graphic Audio. It's like a dramatized version of like books. They don't do all books. The ones that I'm listening to right now are Sarah J. Maas. She's very, very famous in the book Instagram world. And I'm loving them. They are so fun. I would not recommend it as a first encounter with books. Because to me, it's a very interesting way to experience it in a different medium. Does that make sense?
Makes sense. I get it.
But I don't think I would ever enjoy that being the way that I encounter a book for the first time.
Well, I think most people encounter a book by picking it up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So like read it. And then if you enjoyed it, you can download it off of
Then do that.
Libby or Hoopla. You can pay for it. I Googled how much it was to cost it. I can't speak English words today.
pay
for it. There it is. And it was like $250 for 4 books.
All right.
Which is more than I am willing to pay for it.
I'm not doing that either. Yep.
But isn't that so cool? Have you heard of that before?
Fun. No, but it makes sense.
Isn't that so interesting?
I still love The Hobbit. It's probably my favorite. The narration for The Hobbit.
The narration for The Hobbit is good. I wonder if, I'm trying to see like what other media they do this like graphic audio for. And The Hobbit would be sick if they did The Hobbit.
Yeah, not the terrible movies.
But the Gloin.
Yeah.
All the different like characters, like having different like voices.
Well, the dude that I listen to, he does a different voice for each one of them.
For everyone,
and it's one guy.
But it's different. So this is a different way to engage in an audiobook.
In the whole entire book.
You can listen to the regular audiobooks, but you can also listen to the graphic audio of the audiobooks.
All right. That sounds fun.
Make sense?
I might have to do that.
It's cool. I don't know what they have, the different, like what books they have available. I would recommend contacting your local library or getting on Libby or hoopla to see what they have, and then going from there.
Well, all right then.
And I'm certain that there's other things
That you've been watching.
that I've been watching. I'm still doing my yoga that I'm enjoying. I listened to a book for work called The 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work.
That sounds like something that your mom and dad would pay you to read as a kid.
Do you think as a teenager
No,
you'd pay for me to read The 7 Principles of Making Marriage Work?
We would not.
But yeah, it was just a book to help me be a better therapist. And so I read that.
Awesome.
But yeah.
I am watching Dune again.
Woo!
I love it. I again watched Fish Story. And if anybody wants the link, I can give you the link so you can watch it for free. It's in an Internet archive, so it's not illegally downloading or anything like that because it is a great movie. Don't listen to Hannah. So
I'm not. No, I no.
I know. I'm kidding.
I am glad
It's not
for you
your
to
movie.
enjoy it. It's not my favorite movie. Will I sit down and watch it with you? Yes. Have I done it multiple times? Yes.
There you go.
I've seen the movie at least twice.
Okay, there you go.
You like it.
I do. I love it. It's
love
a punk
you.
rock
I will
song.
watch it with you.
Saves the world from a comet.
Yeah, as
collision.
it should.
Absolutely. I've rewatched the One Piece live action. So
Good one.
And currently, believe it or not, your mom and I are watching Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Trevin and I started watching the DVD because I have the DVD because I wanted to watch the TV show, but Trevin didn't have any context of what
You don't need any.
movie was. Okay.
Don't need it at all.
Okay.
Scrap that. Just watch the show. So the show is for adults. It is on Amazon Prime. I think there are 8 episodes. We are on episode 4.
I've heard that Donald Glover's style is impeccable in it.
It's fun. It's good. And the lady, Maya Erskine, who plays Jane Smith, is so good in it too.
Is she just sharp?
Yeah. So she's Asian, and of course, Donald Glover is black. So it's just so fun. It's different than the first Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the movie.
Yeah.
Just a white couple living in suburbia, and neither one of them knew what either one was doing until the one had to knock each other off.
Yeah.
Not so. These two people are literally paired together by the company to work together.
And they're told to get married?
They're not actually married.
Oh.
They are married as their
cover.
Their cover. Right. So they have a house, car. They have, and they are John and Jane Smith.
So very Keeping Up with the Joneses.
I don't know what that is.
Keeping Up with the Joneses was a movie that came out in 2016 with Gal Gadot.
I never saw it.
And you didn't watch it?
No.
Oh, it was funny. I'm trying to figure out. Zach Galifianakis, Isla Fisher, John Hamm, and Gal Gadot. This
does have humor in it, but it's pretty serious sometimes too.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, I do want to watch it. Mr. and Mrs. Smith is one of the 17 DVDs that I own.
Oh, that's right. Don't look. Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Don't blink.
Don't even blink.
That's a Doctor Who reference for those of you who don't know. Why? I mean, he's one eye open at all times.
I can't close this eye.
So I think your mom and I are in episode 4. Every once in a while, we'll watch another episode, and because they're about an hour long, and we've been enjoying it.
That's a blast.
That was it.
Fun. Let's do your pull list, Dad.
Oh, okay. So this is Pop's pull list. This is a list where I tell you the books that I have chosen to give you info on for this week. And it may be from the last couple weeks or whatever, but I try to pull one from DC, one from Marvel, one from an independent, a new number 1, and a book of the week. So
Trevin gave me a couple comic books over the past couple of days.
What did he give you?
I got this.
Total Party Killer. Oh, I did see that there.
By Scout Comics.
Yeah, Scout Comics. They have some little crazy ones, but I heard that was pretty fun. What else did you get?
And Lilo and Stitch that Paulo ate the bag of.
Oh yeah, that's Dynamite put out Lilo and
Lilo and
Stitch.
Stitch.
Yeah, because they're doing live action Lilo and Stitch.
Okay, I hope Stitch doesn't. I hope it's good.
I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Here's the thing: that Lilo and Stitch TV show was good.
There was Lilo and Stitch has a much bigger following than I even realized.
Lilo and Stitch has a huge following. There are people that are obsessed with Stitch. Marianne is one of them.
Oh,
My
yeah,
dear
that's
sweet
right.
friend
I remember that.
loves Stitch.
That's hilarious. So my first book is Batman. It's from DC. So I'm going to do Batman's issue 142, 143, 144. They put Batman out
142 to what?
143, 144, 3 in a row. They put Batman out weekly for 3 weeks.
Holy crap.
And it is Joker Year One.
Ooh.
So there's like a Joker virus that
You told me about this.
that when people laugh, they basically become the Joker. And it's bounces back and forth between when the Joker became the Joker through the Red Hood gang and what's going on now. And it has 2 different artists, so it's really cool. It's gorgeous in some parts. So I thought this was going to clear a lot of stuff up about there's the thing going around that there are 3 different Jokers, and I'm still
Didn't
lost.
clear anything.
It did for a minute, and then it didn't.
Interesting.
So, do you remember me telling you about Batman's alter ego, where he trained
Yes.
himself to have an alter ego
Yes.
in case he was ever attacked by
Yes. And we thought that was a bad idea.
So the same person that trained Bruce Wayne to do that trained the Joker to do that. But the thing about the Joker is able to choose which one he wants when he wants them. So they show him having 3 different personalities. The clown, the murderer, something else, whatever. And
Spooky.
not smart. Like, who makes you? But anyway,
Yeah,
the book's really good. I still don't know if I like it or not, but it's worth reading. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Right on.
My Marvel book is Captain America issue 6. This ends the first story arc of the new Captain America run, with Captain America basically having to destroy this demon-like creature, and Doctor Strange is involved. I just put that on there because the new creator took over, and there was a lot of, is this going to be okay? Is it not going to be okay? And some people jumped off the Captain America wagon, but I thought it was really good.
Awesome.
It also jumps back between when he first before he gets his powers.
Okay.
During World War II or whatever, and now, and him being a landlord and everything, trying to take care of his new tenants. And but it was really good. It had a good wrap up, and the next story arc is going to start next issue. So my independent book is an Image book.
Called it.
By the Skybound imprint, called Firepower, issue 30. And it is the end of the series. Mm-hmm. It's the end of this series. I've talked about before. It's created by Robert Kirkman, the guy who created Invincible, and The Walking Dead. And it's drawn by Chris Samney, the guy who he and his wife did Jonna and the Unstoppable
Monsters.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And this is about a kung fu family who gets a power of fire to destroy this dragon that's destroyed the world, and that ends on a really good note. It was sort of like, we could do another one. It was a great story.
That's
now
awesome.
It's completed, so somebody can go out there and read it if you want.
Woo! Think they'll make it into a trade?
Oh, absolutely. It's already in one trade, so they'll probably do multiples.
Gotcha. Okay, so an omnibus too?
Could be. Omnibus will be all in together with whatever extra material they have.
Yeah.
So
omnibus.
My new number 1 is an oversized book. So it's like magazine size. It is If You Find This, I'm Already Dead, from Dark Horse. So you remember on it's The Expanse when the thing exploded and they had portals to all these different lands, different worlds or whatever.
Yeah.
So what happens is in the sky by the moon or whatever, something like that happens. There's a portal just pops up. So military will go in and have established a base on a planet on the other side. So what they're doing is they're taking a civilian reporter, an embedded reporter with them on the first trip, on this, not the first trip.
Oh, so if you found this, something
so
terrible
she's
has
writing,
happened.
if you found this, I'm already dead. So she basically lands with her crew and it's like live, die, repeat. They all get wiped out. They all get wiped out but her on this planet. And it's things overrun and she's now underground on this alien planet with aliens and that's where it leaves us.
Dang.
So I will probably continue to get this. I just picked it up because it's got the guy who draws it, Matt Kent, is a great writer and I thought I'd give it a shot. I liked it.
That's awesome.
All right.
Oversized books. Wonder Woman Dead Earth was an oversized book.
Correct. Absolutely. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that size. Magazine size.
Okay.
Like a Rolling Stone size.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for people that didn't know what a oversized book is.
Mm-hmm. So my book of the week
is the book of the week.
So this is totally, I never thought I would pick this. So this is Action Comics.
Okay.
Number 1062.
You talked about Action Comics 161 last week.
I did. It's so much better. So Bizarro has pretty much, so Superman is most susceptible to magic.
Okay.
So Bizarro is the opposite of Superman.
Okay.
So he wiped out all these magic people and now he controls magic for the most part. And he has infected everyone on the planet.
With magic?
They're all turning into Bizarros.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's really bad. And Superman, and it's like spread from Metropolis, and Batman was in this trying to keep it from getting to Gotham. Well, now Batman's infected, so Gotham's infected. So all these people have become the opposite of who they are. So Superman now has to go to the only person left who is now the most sane person on the planet.
Oh, and it's Joker.
It's the Joker.
Knew it.
Yeah. So he and the Joker are going to try to fight Bizarro. This is by Jason Aaron, is the writer who used to be exclusively with Marvel, and now he's at DC. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he's going to be writing like a weird, like a Sonic the Hedgehog or something goofy soon. I don't know, but anyway. Action Comics, it's fantastic. Everybody should be reading Action Comics. And here's the deal: it doesn't sell great, so odds are you could come back and get both of these at the regular price. Anyway, there you go.
Heyo.
All right, Hannah.
Yes.
Let's talk about the new Peanut special on
Franklin.
Apple TV. It's like 35 to 40 minutes long, and for those of you who don't know, Franklin was the first character of color introduced into the Peanut strip by Charles Schulz. I don't know exactly when that happened.
They met on the beach.
No, I don't know when he was.
I don't know when it happened either, but that's how they were introduced to one another. They met and they played on the beach.
Yeah,
no,
so
even in the original
explain
comic.
What this is. Oh, really? In the original comic, that's what happened?
In the original comic strip, they met and played on the beach.
Serious?
So that was an homage to the OG comic strip.
So give us the lowdown on what this is about.
So welcome home, Franklin. Franklin is a young man whose parent is in the military. I think it's his dad is in the military. And so they move a lot. And his grandpa made for him a journal or a list of different ways that you can make friends. And so he carries his journal with his grandpa's knowledge around once they moved to this town. And y'all know the Peanuts characters. Everyone is eccentric and interesting. And so he attempts to make friends to no avail, meeting Linus and then Lucy. And
Pigpen.
then
Who names their kid Pigpen? He was like,
Yeah. and
he's like,
having a
really?
hard time, and then becomes partners with Charlie Brown when a race is
Yes, they have to make
called.
like a soapbox race
To make, yeah.
to go down the hill, and no one wants to be Charlie
No
Brown's
one wants to
partner.
be Charlie Brown's partner because it's Charlie Brown. Poor guy.
And so he and Franklin team up to make this car to go,
In the soap.
And so this was sweet.
It was honestly very tender, and I was ready for it to be super lame.
It was not.
And it was not. It was really tender. It had some great lessons for some little kids in there.
I loved it when he said, Charlie Brown goes, Franklin, what kind of music do you like? And he goes, The Godfather of Soul, James Brown. And he holds up like an album of James Brown. And he looks at Charlie and he goes, Are you all related? You guys related? And he goes, I don't think so.
I don't think so. It was so cute.
And then Charlie Brown asks Franklin what he wants to be when he grows up. And he said, I sort of want to be I love the stars. And I think I might want to be like an astronaut, like Neil Armstrong. And
Franklin Armstrong. It's Franklin Armstrong.
And then Charlie Brown goes, Are you related? And he goes, Good with Charlie Brown.
It's very tender. It's very sweet. It's a great story of like not faking and being who you are and being true to who you are. And that
yes, because they
fight.
Can get mad at one another.
Friends can get mad at each other, and they can make up in the end. And sometimes Charlie Brown was learning to let go of control, and so was Franklin.
Right.
That they could not.
They had to trust each other.
Mm-hmm. That's what friendship is. And at the end, they all eat ice cream.
Pizza party.
The ice cream truck is what exploded. Yes.
Yeah. P.S. Can't stand Lucy. Never could. Never will.
I mean,
she's a jerk.
Sorry about your luck, Dad.
She serves the purpose. I mean, she does get redeemed because she does, even though she really doesn't win the race.
She does.
She does. But
she won't let go of she's
trophy.
Holding on the trophy, and Schroeder is like, she's like, it's my trophy.
Yeah, that's funny.
I have a soft spot in my heart for Lucy because I was Lucy in a community
you were Lucy in the community theater. I remember that. I didn't get to see that because I wasn't home. You didn't
because you were in Cancun.
LOL. I'm glad I went.
You should have gone to Cancun instead of watching that. The musical was sweet, and I had a great time with my friends.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have a sweet spot in my heart for Lucy, even though she's a turd.
I wonder if this will be on regular TV, at any point.
I don't think so.
I know, which is a bummer.
It doesn't have the same nostalgia and they make fun of stuff it. Like the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Like, what the heck?
Not only that, Franklin says something about the town he's moving into not having a whole lot of, I can't remember the exact wording.
Like lack of variety.
Yeah, there's a lot of lack of variety in this town, which is basically code for there's not many people of color here.
No, it's just a bunch of white people.
Yeah, which was funny because I didn't notice, but this came out during Black History Month.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Very
released.
Cool.
And this should be shown on regular TV because I don't think enough people have Apple
Plus.
Yeah. So I don't know.
It was very tender. It was enjoyable. It was sweeter than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be like, I watched it, Dad. But
listen,
I actually enjoyed it.
We talked about this before.
And enjoy it too.
Yes, your mom and I rewatched the Charlie Brown Christmas special over Christmas, and I was like, "This is terrible. They're so mean to him.
They're mean to Charlie Brown.
I mean, if I was Charlie Brown,
I'd just get up and move.
I would. I'd be forget you all. Yeah, and we get Snoopy too. Snoopy's eccentric in this as well, along with Woodstock. So
yep, Snoopy stuff, the Woodstock having sorry, my thing died.
That's okay.
Snoopy stuff.
The Woodstock what?
I'm sorry. My Facebook is talking to me still.
That's hilarious.
That was funny. Mm-hmm. What was I going to say? The Woodstock having lines every time he moves.
Oh, yeah. Like in the cartoon. Like in
Hysterical.
The comic strip. Yeah.
Hysterical.
All right.
But I really enjoyed it.
I'd give it, 5 stars. I really do. As a kid's special, I just don't know if kids like that stuff anymore.
Well, maybe I have opinions about that as a psychologist. Perhaps let's not make our children be overstimulated so that they enjoy things like that.
Oh, gosh, snap. You said it.
Love, Hannah.
Love, Hannah.
But this is coming from a person that has no children.
No. Okay.
Just some letters behind my name.
I got you. I like those letters.
I do too.
PDQ.
I'm proud of them.
All right. Well, we also read the book Eve. It is a
by
comic
Boom
book
Studios.
series from Boom Studios. There are 5 issues. This
Wild.
story is about a young girl who is raised in a virtual reality, and she embarks on a deadly cross-country quest to save her father and our dying planet.
Did you read that from something, or did you
I
just
did.
know that?
No, it's about the book. I
I
read
was
it.
going to say, dang, that was impressive.
The cool thing about this is that the author wrote this when he and his wife had a little girl because he was concerned about the
Climate change.
climate change and everything. And and which is funny because Hannah and I didn't even plan this. The main character in this is a young black girl.
Yeah. I just read it because I'd been wanting to read it, and it was one of the shorter ones that we
was
had.
one of my-
and we were supposed to talk about it like 3 weeks ago.
It was one of my favorites when the year it came out.
Yeah. It is the story is good.
Yeah.
The story is good. I thought that it was going to be, I don't know what, I knew it was going to be good. I didn't think it was going to be bad. I thought it could have jumped to Shovey with Message, which it was not.
No.
It was not Shovey with Message. Again, because he wrote it thinking about his daughter and climate change.
Right.
The bear robot.
So
helper?
this child
Insane.
is probably 10, 9. I don't know how old she is. But anyway, she is accompanied by
early 10, 11.
Yeah. Because once you get to be teenager, the chemicals and the funk in the air can turn you into like almost like one of those creatures from that
Turns you into like a zombie.
like in the Will Smith movie, which was a
like a
remake of
zombie.
the Omega Men. I can't remember what it was called.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah, something like that. Zombie.
Which is the
right.
zombie.
Okay,
But
zombie.
just specific
whatever.
type of zombie.
So she is accompanied by a Teddy Ruxpin looking teddy bear. You don't know who that is, but anyway,
With the giant bow and mismatched
this
eyeballs.
teddy bear is really a robot, and he's got ulterior motives as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
Can we spoil it?
Yeah, sure. He doesn't believe that mankind deserves a second chance.
He thinks that she should fail and is attempting to make her fail / will kill her.
Yeah, but you don't. Yeah, but it's
learn that till
again,
later.
it's the Matrix. So
Yeah.
so we follow her. Go ahead, Hannah.
No, yeah, we follow her. Does she how far does she go? Does she go from like New York to California?
She goes wherever this seed vault is, which I thought was in the. I don't know where it was,
I don't either. That was a confusing bit.
There's a seed vault that is now underwater.
And she was, did you catch this?
Did you
that
catch
she was
that?
the only one that had been.
She is not the first Eve.
She's the last.
She's the last Eve, which is funny because Eve is the first female in the Bible, but she's the last, I think like 6 or 7, maybe.
Yeah.
But she was the only one who in her virtual reality was raised around water.
Which is silly. If this is a climate change thing,
You should know they'd all be around
like,
water.
wouldn't it all be water? But I guess that makes sense because maybe it was ice, like day after
knows?
tomorrow. Maybe it was something else. We don't know.
Right.
We don't. I don't have a crystal ball.
Yeah, so it has a good ending.
Mm-hmm.
There is
It works. The mangrove trees.
There is a second series out.
Really? With the same thing?
Eve, the Children of the Moon.
Interesting.
So I have it.
Cool. Is it just as good?
Yeah, it was really good. Really enjoyed it.
I liked the art. I think the art was beautiful. The character painting was stunning. like all of the different characters that you encounter was stunning. There was character growth in Eve and in the teddy bear robot guy.
Mm-hmm.
The twist was twisty.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little twisty. I saw some of it coming.
Yeah, I mean, if she's been in animation, it's just been like you didn't. I won't say that. So, but
Yeah.
anyway,
It was twisty. The twist was twisty.
it was a little twisty, a little
Twisty.
I like the fact that she has a sister who's really just her,
It's her, but older
older version of her,
older her.
who had
I like that she braided her hair.
Stopped.
Yes,
She started losing. She kept
which
from
is
eating, and
spooky.
she basically stopped the onset of puberty because she didn't want to turn into one of the creatures. So
by
eating,
starving herself, essentially
exercising type the way that she should. So basically, she kept herself from starting to have the change of life as a young lady. So, but that was pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
So this would make a good show.
I think it would be a good TV show. How they make TV shows now, I'm worried that they would just add some weird stuff to it.
Yeah, I get that. But they'd have to change it a little bit.
I mean, yeah, change it a little bit.
Oh.
Make it 5 episodes and then be done.
Yeah. This is a side.
Okay.
I started watching the first episode of Avatar. First episode of the live action Avatar. I liked the beginning of it. I haven't gotten too far, but a lot of people are hating on it. The live action.
Okay. A lot of people are hating on it. They've changed a lot of stuff in it. Something that I heard that people were really angry about was they changed Zuko's. Is it Zuko? No, Prince Zuko. Her brother. What's her brother's name?
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, you're right. Avatar: The Last Airbender cast. Sokka.
I don't know.
But they changed Sokka, and he was supposed to. He was supposed to be this like turd, this like sexist turd who was like mean and thought boys were better and like all of this stuff. And a big part of his growth through the seasons is learning that there is strength in femininity, that there is strength in
but they just totally
women,
bypass
and
all
they
that.
just are like, no, he's great from the beginning.
Well, honestly, I don't know that they could get away with that.
Yeah. Which I think that's part of why they didn't do that. But that man, like that could be a beautiful story for people to hear. That you can learn and that you can change your opinion and that there's an episode in the first season where there are these women warriors. I've watched the first couple seasons of the animated.
Okay, I have not seen any of it.
Yeah, I told you that. Where's my cabbage? My cabbages. That guy.
Know.
It's hysterical. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, there's this episode in the first season where there are these women warriors who like fight with fans, and he thinks
that's cool.
He thinks that they're such like losers, and then they rescue him, and they save his friends, and then that's like part of that journey for him, and he even. Like, I think later on, like, learns their fighting style or whatever. So people are mad about that. People are mad about, like, some, like, stuff about Aang and how he apparently can just fly without a glider. Like, he can just do whatever the heck he wants. That he was
flying when I first saw him. He's first introduced.
In the TV show, he cannot fly without a glider. Okay. And so that his air power is OP, which is not good. And some stuff with Katara as well.
Well, I'm going to try to watch it. And from somebody who doesn't have a dog in the fight, I may enjoy it. Sort of like you and Foundation.
That's what I'm saying. I love Foundation. And I honestly, like, there are people that are like, this is their fandom.
Yeah.
Like
we'll have to ask Hector when he's at the house.
Like Avatar: The Last Airbender is someone's like, it's people's hardcore fandom.
Yeah.
That is not where I live.
But I mean, just be thankful that you live in a time when they can make a live action. And nowadays people aren't thankful. I mean, I lived how many years without any superhero movies, and now but I still get them. I still get them. You know, I just hope that the daggone Fantastic Four movies.
It needs to be good,
crap.
Dad. They've been garbage, and I'm holding out hope for you for this one that it's going to be good.
Me too.
And I want to sit next to you or around you when you watch it.
We'll have to have a big group.
We'll have to have a big group.
All right, that's all I got.
Okay, that's all I got. Cool.
So, guys, read Eve.
Yeah,
5 issues. It's a good read, and you could probably download. If I have Hoopla, you could download it for free.
Woo.
And it's out in a trade. So, or support your local comic book shop, LCS, yo.
Yeah. Okay.
Anna,
hey, friends, thanks for hanging out with us.
Before you say anything,
I
haven't done anything with YouTube.
Okay, I'm not going to mention it.
I've been so crazy busy.
You're so fine. I have too.
Go.
Hey, friends, thanks for hanging out with us. Our intro music was created and composed and performed. Created and composed are the same thing. Was composed and performed by Brockwell Nathan. You should check him out on the Instagram / wherever you stream music. Check him out at Brockwell Nathan. He's got a bunch of stuff out and performs in Nashville often if you're ever in the greater Nashville area. Our pins, LOL. We have pins of our logo art.
I created them. That's something I did do.
Woo! And that art was made by Nate, my dear sweet brother. Thank you for doing that for us, bud. And I
did say if we ever sold him that he would want a cut.
LOL.
He ain't getting no cut.
I edit and upload our podcast. Yay.
And I will eventually put some on YouTube.
Okay, I'm not worried about it.
I will.
Okay.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Next week, I don't know when this will get uploaded, but if you're listening to us now or you listen to us, it's the con. So come and see us at the Lexington Toy and Comic Con.
Toy and Comic Convention.
There you go. Until then, we will
catch you on the flippity flop.
Bye, guys.